Hey there, powerful parents. Happy December. Christian R is here from ABK, and the powerful word of the month for December of 2020 is resilience. In today's world, especially given the widespread illness, bullying, racial injustice, and financial hardship has been far from idyllic. And it's easy to see why teachers, parents, coaches, and other adults in the lives of children want to shield children from all hardships. But of course, this is impossible, and overprotecting children isn't the answer to adversity. But what is? Well, teaching resilience. And resilience is the ability to bounce back from stress, challenge, trauma, failure, and adversity. And we see it when our kids pick themselves up after they fall and they try again. We see it when they study harder, when they try out again, when they make a third attempt, and when they problem solve even though they could very easily take the easy way out. And you will see in this month's Power Chats and in some of the worksheets, we talk about Albert Ellis. And psychologist Albert Ellis taught that activating events or adversity could shape one's belief and lead to certain consequences, or ABC. And the question of how resilient a person will be is dependent on this model, on B, which is how we interpret the event. Are our beliefs about the event rational and reasonable, or are they negative, catastrophic, unhealthy, and irrational? For example, A, adversity, I fell while doing a certain skill. Well, B, I stink at this and won't try again. And C, the consequence is I stop trying and I quit. All right, now look what happens when we change the belief. So A, adversity, I fell while doing a skill. B, I need to practice and reach out to my teacher to get some help. And then C is the consequence is I practice, get help, get better at the skill. And people who are resilient are problem solvers. They look at tough situations, and instead of asking why, they ask how. That is, how can I do it differently? What can I do next time? How can I improve? How can I solve this problem? How can I cope with what life has handed me? And they see themselves as powerful in making positive change, and they are resilient. And of course, sometimes there are events that are more frustrating and are actually traumatic. And many people heard of post-traumatic PTSD, but there is also another outcome. So according to researchers at the Resilience Lab at the Keck School of Medicine at USC, and that's post-traumatic growth. And this refers to what happens when those who have negative experiences but who find a way to thrive, and it's an illustration of resilience. So I would love for you and your children to think about how your experiences post-traumatic growth this year, and the way you were able to forge forward in the face of hardship, and perhaps see a silver lining or some good that came out of the bad. And that doesn't negate what happened or make what happened better, but it is a nod towards seeing the positive even when it takes a downward turn, and perhaps turning things around and building them back up again. And during these strange times, we need post-traumatic growth more than ever. As always, thank you for being a part of our Powerful Words family. 2020 is coming to a close, so we are wishing you a very powerful and healthy end to this year, and happy holidays, and we hope you have a wonderful beginning to 2021.